All right. I just want to get this out of the way, just to speak. And also, I'd really like to just make one thing clear. I used to be very avid about speaking about politics. You know, I used to rant so much about other political speakers like Amazing Lucas and Hunter Avalon and, you know, anyone else out there. But what happened to Charlie Kirk? What happened to him is one of the big reasons why I stopped. Okay? Because along with dealing with really questionable followers from Amazing Lucas, there was another person I was involved with, and that's a guy named Burberry86. And it went really bad. I'll just leave it at that. It went really bad. Shit just hit the fan. And ever since then, I'm just like, I just don't want to deal with politics anymore. And that's why I made two separate channels. Well, I made a new channel, so now I have two of them. I have my main one that I've had since middle school, that I've changed the name of because of what happened between me and Burberry 86 and the Amazing Lucas people, because I just wanted to be away from them. I didn't want them to keep hitting me up. I didn't want anybody to start hounding me and any kind of messages or even trying to dox me or anything like that, because I know what people are capable of. I know the kind of dangerous people there are out there. I mean, there's people out there who are currently laughing and celebrating Charlie Kirk's death right now, and it goes to show the kind of scum there are out there, and that's why I'm not going to speak about politics, whether it be my main channel or my secondary channel. None. All right, none. Especially my secondary channel, I'm only going to be doing reactions and rants, but only strictly for entertainment purposes and within the subjects of entertainment, whether it be movies, video games, comic books, you know, TV shows, doing police body cams, maybe even watching some ghost footage for any kind of horror reactions. I will only do that. I will not speak about politics. And I don't care if you're part of the left or the right. I don't care if you're a Democrat or a Republican. I'm done. I'm not going to be doing politics. Because it goes to show what happened to Charlie Kirk can happen to literally anybody. Anybody who's so vocal about politics, and then you come across crazy people from either side of the spectrum, whether it's freaking left or right, I don't give a damn. You're all crazy. Politics makes people crazy. I've had a taste of both sides, and now I want neither of them. So, no politics. Don't ever try to come after me and try to debate me on some stupid taboo political subject that I won't actually give a fuck about. You guys can just keep that shit to yourselves. I want out of it. I never want to be associated with politics anymore. Never again. The tragedy that happened to Charlie Kirk should never have happened. But look where we are. Look where the fuck we are now. The fact that there are people out there who are actively celebrating, they're laughing, they're dancing and all that shit, they're smiling. You're all scum. I don't give a damn. Because you know something? Whether it be Amazing Lucas, whether it be Burberry 86, whether it be Hunter Avalon, whether it be any political any political speaker out there, from the left or right, I do not wish death upon any of them, regardless if I agree with them or not. I will never, ever stoop so low as to wish death upon them or celebrate them if they do die. I would never do that. You have to be the lowest form of human garbage to actually be happy about something like this. Okay? You people need to check yourselves. I'm just going to stick to entertainment. I'm just going to play games, watch movies, TV shows, talk about comics. I'd rather just power this thing on and just play some classic games on it. I'd rather pull this thing out. Maybe continue the Fierce Deity playthrough sometime, but just not right now. I'm been pretty busy as of late. Maybe I might react to some scary comp videos. Maybe I'll... But politics is just so taboo. I'm a mix of emotions right now because I was already feeling angry about what happened to Aaron Zarutska, only to then hear about what happened to Charlie Kirk, seeing the footage of what happened to him. I know the last video I posted, I didn't say a word. I couldn't say a word. I was just choked up and just... I couldn't really utter the words of just how furious I am. I'm going through the 5 stages of grief. I'm simply going through the 5 stages of grief, and I'm currently at anger. Haven't quite reached bargaining yet, or depression and then acceptance, but already past denial. But even as people were talking about how he got shot and, you know, they said he was alive and he was in stable condition, well, critical condition, but in the hospital and all that, I knew he was dead. As someone who's worked with first aid and within the criminal justice field, I can just tell you all, he was dead the moment he got shot. He immediately stiffened up right as he was hit in his neck. He was done. In my honest opinion, with all the knowledge I know, I think he was dead before he even hit the ground. And it's absolutely horrible what happened to him. I never want to get into politics ever again. I was already getting bad attention from crazy people out there who threatened to dox me. I just can't do it anymore. So no more politics. Both of my channels are strictly for entertainment purposes only. I will never speak about any political speaker from here on out. I'm not even going to talk about the president. I'm not going to talk about any senator. I'm not going to talk about any mayor. I'm not going to talk about any governor. None of those. I want nothing to do with it. Because frankly, I don't think it's worth dying for. Nobody should have to have their life snuffed away just for having a political opinion. But to minimize more risk for myself, I'm just not going to say any political opinion whatsoever. Well, whatever I plan to do next, stay tuned. I just want to have fun. I don't want to be frustrated. Maybe I can get angry here or there if anyone wants to see a rant or so, but just please, don't request anything political from me. Just don't.